Jay Sano without intro music. Jay Sano with intro music. Intro music remix. Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19. Catching up. When Tommy continued to struggle with. Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of the Novelist, Catching Up. So in the last episode, I thought that Dan and Linda wanted to do the same thing, but apparently there were two different camping trips they were talking about. So I chose Tommy's main thing, which was going to an amusement park, and then chose the compromise of Dan's camping trip, and Linda got
Barb,
mad.
sorry it's been so long since I've written. Things have been hectic around here, and I'm
Trying to figure out a way to get things back on track. I don't really want to get into it, but we're getting pulled in a lot of different directions right now. Nothing hurtful, just competing priorities, I guess. Although those can get worse and worse over time. I mean, Dan and I, before we got up here, we'd start to drift. Look at that. I said I didn't want to get into it, and I did anyway. Enough about me. Please tell me you're doing well, and I hope this doesn't stress you out too much. I promise to write a happier letter soon. Yours always, Linda. Oh, Barb. I thought I said it was to Bart, and I was like, not the Simpsons character, but it could have been. But I was like, who's this guy she's saying yours always? Oh, we can never have a fire again. We took all the firewood. Mr. and Mrs. Kaplan, I want to stress it's perfectly normal for some children to fall behind in a specific area. Tommy may be struggling with reading comprehension, but his verbal and visual abilities are excellent. That said, he won't catch up on his own. He'll need support from both of you. I recommend that you do the attached exercises with Tommy every weekday morning for 1 to 2 hours in the morning. Well, I guess he's not going to school. Wait, is he going to school? I don't know. He'll be unable to focus exclusively on this for 2 straight hours, so you'll need to take intermittent breaks, but use your judgment and stay with it as long as you feel he can stay engaged. I suggest that you do your sessions in the morning before he tires himself out and becomes distracted. I feel confident that with a supportive environment and dedicated exercise, he will catch up to the other children in his class. Please be in touch if you have any questions. Dr. Donald Samuels. So is Tommy going to school every day? I'm not... I thought he was just playing outside a lot. Like, why is all this school stuff coming up throughout the summer that they weren't told about before? New day, I can write my way back into things. Okay. Nope, I didn't want to do that. I was like, what a weird thought. Can I watch TV? No. Let's get into your memories. Oh, I hit the E button on accident.
Just got back from the trip. Or trips, I should say. Once I got it in my head that a night on the beach would be good for the stress.
I was able to talk Linda and Tommy into knocking a day off the big trip to do our bonfire anyway. It turned out to be a good idea. Spending the evening on the beach reminded me of a church retreat we did back in the 7th grade. The smell of the bonfire gave me such a strong memory of a crush I had on Jenny something. Or was it Jennifer? I can't remember. But I do remember those flushed schoolboy emotions. I think I can use those for scenes for the dance. Okay, so that helps Dan. Linda was apparently mad even though we similarly did. I don't know. She's a very needy woman. He's also a very needy guy. I understand Tommy being needy. Visiting our, we already did that. I mean, Tommy's a kid. He doesn't understand that, other people have all these priorities and stuff. So I get it from Tommy. I don't get it from backpack, huh? Where's he want to go with his backpack?
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped. I just.
Okay. So you snapped at Linda, apparently. So it was like this after we leave. So is that good or bad? I hope it'll be like this after we leave.
Wow, you're right. I
We
guess we've
barely
just been so
talked
busy.
yesterday.
Wait, what?
We barely talked yesterday.
Wow, you're right. I guess we've just been so busy.
Okay. Read.
So much for a choco. I wish I hadn't done so much research to find sites and trails, because now I keep catching myself daydreaming about them instead of working.
About this instead of working. I still need to get out of the house. I've done the Ridge Trail probably 15 times now. Hardly seems worth it anymore. Finding new spots is half the point. I guess tomorrow I'll check in town and see if there's a local guidebook or ranger's office. Maybe there's something I haven't found yet. Something nearby is still better than nothing. Okay, so she still wants to do some trails. I'm sure we can compromise with that. Booster Bay is so cool.
It's just...
Watch his whole thing be that he wants to go back to Booster Bay. So let's go back. Okay, he's getting happy with Daddy. Yeah. How about Mommy? Is he hate Mommy now? Turn into the Satan spawn killer. Where are you? I hear you. Oh, there we go.
Will it make me smarter? Will it make me smarter?
Honey, listen to me. You are smart.
Well, what make you smarter? Studying? Of course studying will make you smarter. Are you trying to shove, like, pills in his face or something? Like, I don't get it. So we read that. I haven't found enough clues yet, though. Read
Barb.
this, right? Yeah.
Sorry.
What's up,
that
my
letter
man?
to Barb.
What's up?
Seems so reasonable. What is reasonable? Oh, is this new? Ideas, weekly outing. Where? Tuesday movie night, check channel guide, or maybe going to town. Family dinner, 2 old-fashioned picnic. Farmer's market. Okay, so what does she want then? Family should have dinner on the table every night. That's not necessarily true, but I understand your point.
Dan and I had a good conversation today. Well, we'll have to wait and see if it was actually good,
But I feel like I got my point across about family time. We've been getting a little frayed on the little things lately, and it reminded me of something Anne said to me. Or said one time. Love is a behavior, not an emotion. If something is important to you, you should show it with your actions. We were doing so well with that before we got here. I told Dan my idea. I want us all to eat together at 7 every night with family time after that. Tommy's wiped out about 8:30, so we get a solid hour and a half of family, and then Dan and I can still have the rest of the night to ourselves. And I think 7's a reasonable request. The rest of the world, or the working world, knocks off at 5, right? It doesn't really matter what we do at the time, just that we spend it together. It's easy to make excuses when you got a lot going, which is why patterns help. See, I'm okay with the dinner at 7. It's saying that it has to be you and Dan time, basically, until you go to sleep after Tommy goes to bed is a little excessive, because Dan might get inspired in the middle of the night to write in his novel. Hell, you can get inspired to do your paintings at night. You don't need to have every single night be like, at 7 o'clock it is family time, no more work is being done when you're in a job like this.
Alan, this letter might come from out of the blue, but do you remember when you told me about Bobby falling behind on reading?
Looks like we're there with Tommy. We knew he was struggling when we came up here, but his teacher gave us a list of books for him to work on over the break and said we should see how he responded to change in environment. She gave us a few sample readings and told us to keep an eye on how he was grasping the concepts. Tommy still isn't there, and long story short, the pediatrician in town knows a specialist who gave us some exercises to try. They seem pretty straightforward, but I wanted to write and see if you had any tips that helped guide you guys with Bobby. Damn, just realized I didn't even ask you how you've been. Sorry, this stuff's just a lot to think about. That's a genuinely understandable letter. He's concerned. He found out his child is not holding up as much as he thought he was. So he's going to somebody who's experienced it before and asking. I think that letter was perfect. Except he needs to send it. Sitting on the table does nothing. Perfect schedule, aka the single unattached writer schedule. 10 to 2 write. 2 to 3 eat and step away. 3 to 7 write. 7 to 8 eat. See, 8 to 10 decompress plus edit plus life. So the editing part is in there. Wrenches Tommy till 11. Knock off at 7. What do you mean Tommy till 11? I get the knock off at 7 part, because that's when Linda wants to do all that stuff. What does he want exactly? Your schedule almost fits with what Linda wants. It's real close. New rules. Don't disturb me if the door to my office is closed. Okay, I can compromise the eat at 7. Then we'll shut your office door. Okay, I'm okay with that. But is it going to end up being that after you eat every night, you actually don't follow what Linda says and you go up to your office and just shut the door?
It'll be fun.
Wait, did I already go in here? Yeah, I already looked at this stuff. But I need to find Tommy's clue that I have not yet found.
Huh.
Probably something to do with the bucket or that backpack that's upstairs. I read this one, right? Yeah, that's... So Tommy had 4 clues, it said. And they gotta be about his education. Oh yeah, what am I gonna do with the education? Ugh. Ooh. Because that's kind of an important one. That's a real important one, actually. Oh yeah, I only came in here during the, Oh, he's getting picked on at school that he doesn't go to? No books. What? Mom said to do the Lonnie book every morning. So that's your compromise, is to do that book? Well, I think what would be more suitable is dinner and Lonnie book. I don't know where that Lonnie book is, though, but let's do that. So you want table, right? Was that your compromise? Yeah, let's do this. We're gonna do the table. Are you supposed to compromise? Is it hurting me to not, or to compromise? Because I'm taking it as it's giving me options to do 2, but it might be that sometimes you're not supposed to compromise. I don't know. I need to get up to Tommy's room and do this Lonnie book, though. Where's the book? That's not it. Where's the book? Is it downstairs? Oh, there it is. Ugh, get out of lamp. Diary. Wait, what? I have decided I'm sure of my decision. I do not know which is right or wrong, only the choice of my own. Took 3 days alone, letting whatever calming influences here, for I am there. Something got my thoughts. I thought about Jay and talked with Jay. In my mind, I know that it is right. I cannot think about the path not taken, only the path ahead. What the hell? That was weird. That was not the book I was looking for, though. Compromise book? Book? Hello? Hello? Is it up in Linda's room? Ah, there it is. Taking this book. Good. Chose his compromise. Let's see how that plays out. Linda was glad when Dan committed to the family dinners each night, and she made sure to give Tommy extra help in the mornings, being able to count on quality family time every night, and knowing that she and Dan could have the time together. I missed the end of it. I got myself confused on words. Sorry. And Dan found a way to be there for the first half of Tommy's morning exercises. It would hard for Tommy to understand why his father, a writer, couldn't be there for the whole session, but he learned to accept that his father was willing to offer, hey, he's there for an hour out of 2 hours to help him every morning. That's pretty cool. Dan couldn't figure out a way to please everyone and still make room for time and a focus he needed for writing. He was able to compromise and fit in one unbroken session each day, but for the rest of these days, he worked around the family commitments and tried to make the most of shorter sessions. The lack of focus came through in his work. Stay tuned, guys, for the road ahead.